Hi guys, hello and welcome back, and we are starting the section of circles in this video. And previously I made videos for geometry and mensuration and algebra for NCERT class 9. So let's start with circles. Now what we have in circle, first of all, some properties of circle. These things will come in your MCQ exams also, or in your fill in the blanks exam you will get sometime some kind of thing, that some properties of a circle, like the basic property. Every circle, the property 1 is every circle should have a center. Okay, so each circle should have a center. Let me point it at O. Now from a same center we can draw infinite number of circles. Okay, so from same center many circles we can draw. Okay, so for taking the same center we can draw so many circles, inside, outside. Now there are some parts of a circle. What are the parts? If a line intersects a circle into two points, if a line passes through a circle, it intersects the circle into 2 points. Okay, so I'm just marking those 2 points here, A and B. Now this line inside the circle is called as chord. Okay, so this line will be called as a chord. Now if it is a chord, then it can be also called as a chord, or that can also be as a chord. Okay, all as a chord. Any line passing through it, meeting two points, calling as a chord. Now the line which will pass from the center is the longest. It should be a chord, but it is the longest one, right? So that chord is called as diameter. Okay, so what I can say from here, the longest chord is diameter, no doubt. Now boss, something need to find out, or something needs to consider, that diameter is the longest chord. Now if I halve the diameter from here, this part is called as radius, and that length remains same entire the circle. Okay, so radius is half of diameter, so I can just draw like this, that is a radius. G is already there, so let's start as O, Q. Okay, so that is a radius. What left? Arc. So I have to rub this thing a bit to show you what is called arc. Where to rub? If I rub from here, okay, so I have taken 2 points here, like P and M, these 2 points. Now just think like that this part is a part of circle, and if I just extract this part from the circle, I will get a kind of part of a circle, right? That thing is called as arc. Again, like chord and diameter was interconnected, like the diameter is the longest chord, same thing goes for arc also. What it goes for arc? When an arc is passing through the diameter length, it is called as semicircle. I repeat, if the arc is passing from that, okay, so I'm just taking the arc from that length, so that total part I'm considering as an arc, that is a semicircle. So the longest arc of a circle is semicircle. So these are the properties, basic properties of a circle. Later on I will start one by one the problems. Before that I will do the theorems of a circle. And please subscribe my channel and follow it. I am available on both on YouTube and Facebook. So here we have a theorem here. Okay, so theorem says the equal length of chord subtend equal angle at center. What it is? AB and CD both are the chords and they are equal length. Okay, now this will subtend equal angle at the center. So what have in the theorem, like these two angles will be equal. So I have to prove that AOB will be is equals to COD. Now let's think like that. First of all, there is no doubt that these four lines are the radius of the circle, so all will be equal, right? So if I consider two triangles, triangle AOB and triangle COD, what I need to focus here, that OA equals to OB is equals to OC is equals to OD, all are radius, no doubt of it, all are radius. So from here we can write OA is equals to OC and OB is equals to OD. And not only that, these two triangles becomes isosceles triangle. So these angles will be equal. Previously I proved it, that isosceles triangle will have the same thing. So these two angles, so just considering any of the angle, like angle A here and angle C here, both will be equal. So according to SSA or SAS, anything you say, these two triangles will be congruent. AOB and COD will be congruent, and due to that CPCT, we will say that that angle, that AOB will be is equals to COD. It's a CPCT, common property of congruent triangle. Easy. The next theorem is a byproduct theorem or the reversal theorem of it. I will prove it again. Stay tuned. So guys, the next theorem we have, it is that angle subtended by chords of a circle at center, if equals, if they becomes equal, then the chords also will be equal. So the previous one we had that if the chords are equal, then the angles will be same. Now what we have the angles are same. If the angles become same, if it is subtended to the center by the chord, then the chords also will be same. I have to prove that AB equals to CD if these two angles becomes equal. Now how can I prove it? Similarly, I can just consider the two triangles. Consider the two triangles here. Okay. Again, these are the radius, so these lines will be equal. If the lines is equal, then these two angles also equal. Again, these two triangles are congruent. If the two triangles are congruent, these angles will be equal. I can prove it. I am just writing here. Let me rub it for you. So just consider AOB and COD. Okay, these two lines are equal. So OA is equals to OC and OB is equals to OD. Two sides are taken. Now these angles will be equal. So angle A is equals to angle D. I can say opposite angles I am taking just. So if it is equal, then according to SAS axiom, AOB will be congruent to COD. If that becomes congruent, common property of congruent triangle, AB becomes CD. Okay, so the two problems are already solved, the two theorems are already solved. So guys, what we have in this theorem, that a perpendicular from the center of a circle to the chord bisects the chord. So the circle is here. In the chord, we are drawing a perpendicular, and what I have to prove, that this chord is this line is bisecting the chord. So AC is equals to CB. I have to prove. Okay, so proven thing is AC is equals to CB. So I'm just CB. Sorry. So I'm just putting that one and solving it. Okay, so just write it here to prove AC is equals to CB. Okay, now let's do some drawing. Let's draw two things. First of all, connect this one. Okay, so OA and OB is connected. Now what can I say from that? OA and OB is connected. So these two triangles connected. Drawing done. Proof. Consider these two triangles, OAC and OBC. Okay. What have I have? These two are radius. So OA is equals to OB. Why? Because these are radius. Now what we have? We have this one is a perpendicular. So angle OCA is equals to angle OCB, because this is perpendicular or 90 degree, what you want to say. The last one is OC is a common line, common, okay, common side of these two triangles. So according to that, we have two side, one angle. So according to SAS, this becomes congruent. So OAC, just ignore my bad handwriting, OBC, that becomes congruent. If that becomes congruent, what we can say from the common property of equal triangle, AC becomes is equals to CB. Okay, so that one is proved. The byproduct or the reversal theorem of it we have, I will show it again and I will prove it after that. Now what we have in the theorem, that if from center I have drawn a line, if the line to bisects the chord, okay, then it should be perpendicular. So the line drawn, if the line drawn from chord, center to chord, if the line drawn from center to chord, if bisects, then it's perpendicular. Okay, so what I have to prove? I don't have to prove that one. If that becomes that, I have to prove that OC is perpendicular to AB, or these angles are 90 degree. I have to prove. Okay, now how to prove it? Let's rub this one first. Yeah, so again the drawing has been done, like I have drawn these two things, like OA and OB is already drawn. Okay, so this should not be there, you have to draw it, just I did it. So OA and OB are connected already. So OA and OB connected. Now we have the two triangles, the triangles OAC and OBC. What I have this one is equal. So already AC is equals to CB. Let's write it properly. AC is equals to CB. Boss, that is already we have. Apart from that, what we have these two lines are also equal. So OA is equals to OB. Why? This is radius. Why? This is given. Now what we have, OC is common. Okay, so according to SSS, these are congruent. OAC is congruent. OBC. If this becomes congruent, what we can say? these two lines are equal, these two angles are equal, so ACO is equals to BCO, and if I join it together like ACO plus BCO, what I get? I get a straight line, that ACB, or 180 degree. So ACO becomes 90 degree. So if ACO becomes 90 degree, then OC is perpendicular to AB. Proven, and that is proved. Okay. So I hope you have understood all the 4 theorems. Later then we will do the other theorems also. So guys, what we have in the theorem, that the angle, it is a circle here. Now I have taken an arc here. We have an arc. What is the arc? That arc is ACB. Okay, so that is the arc. And arc, there is a line passing from the center. So the angles created by the radius from the center. So AOB, that angle, and we have another one to the arc like angle ACB. What we have? That the angle subtended by arc at the center of a circle is doubled to the angle subtended by at any point on the remaining part of the circle. Okay. So what we have to prove here, that the angle, that BOA, is double to that BCA. So another one, the angle passing from the arc, another one passing from the remaining part of the circle. Okay. So BOA should be double to BCA. Now here this problem is the theorem is a very complicated one. I will do it. Let me rub it first. Now do some drawing at first. What I am drawing? I am just joining C and O and extending it. So CO join extended. Okay. So let's have some point here, point B here. Okay, extended to B. Okay. Now let's think. Proof. See, like this is a radius. So OB and OC, if I just consider this angle, this triangle, triangle COB, this one is radius. So these two will be equal. So these angles also will be equal. Okay, I repeat, OB and OC are equal because these are radius. So it is an isosceles triangle. These angles will be equal. So OBC will be is equals to OCB. Okay. Similar way happens with that also. From OAB, now OAC, what we have? OA is equals to OC. So what we have? These angles and these angles will be equal. BOA is equals to BOA. Sorry, what we have here? This angle will be equal. So OAC is equals to OCA. Okay. Now what we know, that if it is a triangle, okay, and if this is an angle, what will be the value of that angle? That value of this angle will be is equals to sum of that. You have heard this one before previous classes, like this angle is equals to value of these two, sum of these two. So similar way I can say that that angle is equals to this plus this, and that angle is equals to this plus this. Okay, so this one should consider as D. I did a mistake here. It should be D. Okay, so DOB will be is equals to this plus this. Okay, so twice of BCO, and DOA therefore twice of ACO. So if I just sum it together like these two added, what I will have? I will have AOP. Okay, AOB, and what we have? Twice of this plus this. So BCO plus ABO. So if twice of BCO and ABO added together, not ABO, it should be ACO, yeah. So twice of BCO and ACO added together, what we have? We will have twice of ACB. I hope I have proved it in an alternate way. So this angle is twice of that. What I did, again I repeat, I first found that this is a radius, so these angles will be equal. Now according to the property of a triangle, this adjacent angle becomes the outside angle, external angle of a triangle becomes equal to sum of these two angles. Okay, so this angle will be equal to sum of these two. Now, so from that what I can apply here, this angle will be equals to sum of this, and this angle also equals to sum of these two interior angles. So if just comparing these two, I found that this angle is twice of that. So that is proved. So I hope you have understood all the problems, all the theorems here. We have some more theorems after that.